Hello and welcome, my Scorpio friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be a group reading for the full frost moon for my Scorpio friends. The full frost moon is rising with Taurus. This cool, crisp moon will have a sense of stability and grounding as it raises with the Taurus energy. Now this earthy, grounding, stabilization energy will help combat the complexities of life right now. We're in full swing Mercury Retrograde, and there's a lot of energies bouncing around out there. This stabilization is really what we need right now. In this reading, we're going to look at how the full frost moon is going to impact my Scorpio friends, and more importantly, how you can embrace the stabilizing energy right now, given these really very predominant crazy energies that we're feeling. The deck I chose for this reading is the Witch's Tarot. I'll be ending off the session with a blessing from the Druid Animal Oracle. Like always, there's links below to both these fantastic decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. Alright, my Scorpio friends, let's see what the cards have to say. What card symbolizes the full frost moon for my Scorpio friends? Your full moon card is the full moon. Oh, I love my deck. So the moon card is the 18th card in the major arcana, and it speaks about mysteries and unknowns. It also speaks about that connection into the goddess and the support that the moon has. The moon is a gatekeeper, if you will. If you look at the original deck that Pamela Coleman Smith drew, the moon has not only a moon in the background, it has a dog, a wolf, a path with 2 stone pillars. When you embrace that mysterious unknown and say, you know what, I'm gonna roll with this mysterious unknown and really connect into that feminine goddess energy, it gives you that opportunity to make some amazing strides in your journey as the moon offers that next step, that gate, if you will. Let's look at what's going to challenge my Scorpio friends for the full frost moon. And that's the World, the 21st major arcana. Talks about that next step. Talks about being at the end of a situation and being at the beginning. Celebrating where you're at right now, taking a moment of breath, and being excited for that next stage. We're dealing with a moon that's bringing up some uncertainty and unknown, which starts to play with our ego a lot. The World talks about next stage, talks about change, talks about new. Again, we're starting to really push our ego. Our ego wants to keep us safe. Our ego does not want us to change. The ego is going to add that fear and really bring up resistance to that next stage, going through the gate and moving ourselves forward, because that requires change, unknown, uncertainty, which equals fear. Your ego is going to be really messing with you and all that you can accomplish. How can we support and embrace what the full moon is offering us? We have 2 jumpers. You're major arcana-tastic today. The shadow side. It's the 15th card in the major arcana. In other decks it's known as the Devil. Both of them flipped over at the same time, so I had to show you the next one that came over. Like I said, major arcana-tastic. Death, the 13th card in the major arcana. Like I said, the moon is a gatekeeper for you, Scorpio. What you're looking at, how we're going to support that, we have no choice in it. Death is here. He's willing to take on the devil for you. Could not be a better situation. Not only will you be able to really start to look at those values and beliefs, your core values and beliefs, because that's where the moon's taking you. You can get rid of it quite easily. You're going to be able to shift some of your thinking to really embrace that next step, because that next step brings about a lot of abundance. We're coming out of the dark, if you will, and into the light. The first step of that light is going to be the moon, and the moon will be very high and full. So you're going to have a great light keeper or guide to that next step through your gate. The biggest problem is going to be is that your ego is not going to want to give up some of the coping mechanisms, the self-soothing and addictions that we have acquired throughout our lifetime, because they in a way work. They don't work positively and they don't help us in our greater good. However, they stop the pain. Ego hates pain. Let's be honest, none of us really like it. However, there are more positive and stronger coping mechanisms that we can use. My go-to example of this is when you're a kid, everybody knew the boogeyman couldn't get you if you had your head hidden under the blanket. Well, avoidance doesn't work as adults. It doesn't work for long anyway. Looking at and really taking stock on what is working, what is it that you're doing, and how well does it work? Working with death. So you can say, oh, that doesn't work here, you take that. I need something different. And diving into the moon, and even though it's uncertain and you're not sure what you're going to find, knowing that the moon and the universe will take you to those abilities and skills that you need to better your life with. Let's look at the message and guidance that the full moon offers my Scorpio friends. Because let's be honest, we're kind of in the dark and in the scary. You have the majority, well, you have 2 out of the 3 bad boys of the major arcana. You get another major arcana. I will see your major arcana and I'll top it with another. The Hermit. The Hermit is the 9th card in the major arcana, and it talks about that inner journey. I told you guys this is about those core values, those core beliefs. Your Hermit is just really confirming you. Also gives you another guide and gatekeeper to help you go through the moon in that uncertainty. The universe is not leaving you alone on this. This is not a solo journey. You have a lot of supports and you have a lot of guides that will help you through this aspect. The stability of Taurus rising with the frost moon has really given you the ability to dive in deep and get rid of what's not working. Because the last thing you need to do is enter into the darkest times of the year where we don't have a lot of sun and you're sitting in those negative, kind of non-supportive feelings. It really adds a spiral effect. Making those shifts so you can start making those changes right away. And you can start to implement and see things grow throughout November and December. Let's look at the outcome. I'll just throw it on the floor. How's that? So I have a jumper that went into the equipment. I'm not sure how or why it always seems to go into my equipment like that. But what is the outcome that the full frost moon has for my Scorpio friends? And the card that hit the floor? Sorry. The Lovers. You have one more card I'm going to draw, and you're going to be a full house on Major Arcana here. The Lovers, the 6th card in the Major Arcana, and it talks about that connection piece. When you go through this shift, what the full frost moon talks about, a deeper connection with that important someone, or that important someone being there for you on the other side. So that connection in with the love and relationship piece is going to be what the full moon offers you. Now I can tell I probably have everybody's attention going, ooh, this is important. Let's look at how we can support and embrace what the full moon, I'll just drop them on the floor again, is going to offer my Scorpio friends. Alright, so starting off, you've got 4 jumpers. The first one, there you go, full house, the Fool. Instead of having that fearful, dreaded, oh my God, we're going to be going into this is going to be scary. The Fool is the 0 card in the Major Arcana. It talks about that leap of faith, understanding that the universe has your back, that the universe wants the best for you. So when you start to really embrace that, I trust in my next step, even though I don't know where it's going to be, because I know I've got the universe behind me, and it's going to really ensure that no matter where I go in the moon, we're going to go in the right direction. That's when we're going to see that shift, and you're going to find and connect in with the Lovers a lot quicker with the help of the Hermit and the Moon. This next piece that you're looking at, you have to drop some stuff. Those things that are not positively working for you before you can connect in and truly embrace the message and the energy of the Lovers. The Fool was not alone. We're getting into some minor arcana now. The first one is the 7 of Wands. 7s are a conflictual number. They're usually victorious, because the 7 is a lucky number. Wands is that inner fire, that passion piece. The 7 of Wands talks about not backing down. It doesn't matter how scary it is. You're going to have to really connect into your solar plexus and really push forward, because there's greatness at the end of this. Like any true journey, there needs to be that peril and scary and ending off with the happily ever after. You need to use that core energy, that strength and willpower to overcome all those scary pieces. The next card that jumped out was the 6 of Swords. 6s are about harmony and balance. Swords are about truth and knowledge. Knowing that you're not going to be dumping everything here, just some of it. The stuff that is connected into the devil. Those self-soothing and addictive characteristics and things that we do. Like I said, no, this does not mean drug addiction or anything like that. These are the addictive behaviors, right? The head in the sand type idea. It can get into some addictions, so people, when they are stressed out, can overeat. Those type of things. Really looking at how you respond to situations, and doing that self-reflection on those core values and beliefs so that you can make some changes. Does not need to be drastic changes, can be small changes. Even the smallest change will cause rippling effect throughout your life. Similar to that of a stone thrown into a pond. Even a small pebble causes those ripples that can be felt throughout the pond. Those changes can be felt and will be felt on a grand scale. The last card to jump was the 2 of Swords. 2s are about duality and choice. Again, we go back to the truth and knowledge. This is your choice. You have free will. This is what the full moon is offering you. It is offering you the ability to make some really major life changes so that you can continue with a major life change, or make some changes if you have that relationship, that making those changes that you need and deepening that connection. Also, when you have the 2 of Swords next to the 6 of Swords, it really talks about that balance piece. 6s are about balance and harmony. 2s are about duality and choice, but can also be about balance. When you're looking at going deep and deep on a major arcana level, it is really easy to become unbalanced and disorientated. Making sure that you're grounded and that you've got those stabilizing pieces in play while you're doing this will be very important for you. See what your shadow self wants to add? That's the Eight of Pentacles. Eights are all about movement and manifestation. Pentacles are about growth and abundance. When you trust in this process, you're going to find that not only are you going to have that movement piece you are kind of craving right now, but you're also going to have that abundance piece. Not only on the relationship, kind of physical, spiritual self, you will also have it on that tangible, like monetary piece, if you will. All right, let's end off on a blessing. It's a lot of major arcana, my Scorpio friends. All right, what blessing does the full frost moon offer my Scorpio friends? Okay, we have a jumper. This time it didn't hit the floor. Oh, it's so cute. The cow. The cow is a motherly, gentle creature. It's also about that connection in, like I said, to the ground, to the earth. It is also a symbol of the goddess. You've got double symbol of the goddess here, guys. The moon and the cow are both symbols of the goddess, that nurturing feminine energy. Throughout this journey, don't forget to love yourself. Nurture yourself. Because there's some shifts that you can make. And it doesn't matter, like I said, how big the shifts are, even the littlest ones will make changes. Make sure that over the full moon that you connect in and really nurture and love yourself and your feminine energy. Even if you're a man, you're going to have that feminine energy. But really reflect and embrace that feminine spirit, if you will, over the full moon. For those who wish, you can pause the video here and reflect on the cards. This is a group reading, however, I drew these cards for, and in some cases, the cards jumped out for my Scorpio friends. What further information do they want to share with you? Like I said, this is a group reading. If you're looking for a more personal or specific reading, you can follow the link below and schedule a private reading with myself. For those who are interested, I will be running online introductory and interactive classes over the next couple of months. My first class is on November 11th, where I'm going to be running my Introductions to Angels and Archangels class. Then on December 9th, I'm going to be running my Introductions to Connecting, which is a channeling class. If you're interested in both or either of these classes, you can find out more information and register on my website. I provided a helpful link below to my classes page, where you can go there directly to check things out. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and that you're able to gain some direction and insight into what the full moon is offering you. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. You never know where I'm going to go next, and I'd hate for you to miss a video. Also, if you like my video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out. Until tomorrow, my Scorpio friends.